So what exactly is in my buyer information packet that I've been talking about? I have recently updated it and added some things to it as well so that you get everything at a glance, and it's a great conversation starter to make sure it's time for you to buy. And if you are going to buy, well, what do you need to know as you're buying? The first page starts with a philosophy of real estate. In my opinion, we used to have what's called a philosophy of education as a teacher when I was teaching. This is a philosophy of real estate. It's a lot of how I feel like you need to be served. Now, the second page actually leads you to a survey that you can actually take online that helps me understand both you and whoever else is buying the house with you. It helps me understand your main concerns so we can speak to them first so that we can relax and we can steadily go through the process, understanding what's important, understanding what you don't understand so I can help you understand it. It really helps me set the stage for a calm process. It doesn't have to be crazy. The next page is an outline of all the things I go over with my clients. The next page talks about how to search for properties. I like you to know how most real estate websites work and how other people get your information. And I want to make sure that your information is protected. The next page is probably the most important page in the packet, in my opinion. I believe information leads the way for wise decisions. So this is a document that actually helps you understand what the lender helps you do, how you should feel when you're talking to the lender, the questions they'll ask you, and the questions you need to ask them. And as you ask those questions and are answering questions, you'll understand, do I need to work with this lender? And you'll understand more of the situation in general, which actually gets to the specifics of the numbers of your real estate transaction. The next two pages are fun for me because I like for people to know when we're making an offer, all the different parts of it, because making a strong offer has to have a lot of strong terms that actually help you and the seller come to an agreement which will turn that offer into a contract. There's also a buyer net sheet that I have to give you legally to make sure you understand the numbers behind the transaction, which we will also be working with the lender. I also give you a list of all the different documents that go into putting in an offer. Then we also have a document that gives you all of the steps from beginning to end, from not even shopping for a home yet to closing on the property and it becomes yours. And it's a little checklist that we can check down as we go so that you know exactly where you are in the process. The last document in this packet is one of my favorites. It is called the Words of Wisdom. It has to do with a lot of how we think about it and a lot of how we are perceived to other people and how we perceive other people, but what is the truth inside of those situations? What's the truth inside of making a wise decision? How do we make a wise decision? How do we need to think about it? When we're negotiating, how are we going to negotiate to put ourselves in the best position? It's a lot of ideas. Using that and the information we already have, we're actually putting ourselves in the best position to accomplish what you're setting out to do. All of this together, as I go through all of this, maybe piece by piece, maybe all at once, just depends on where we are in the process, what you need at the time. I've had some people call me the day of, go see a house and get it under contract that day. I've also had some people that took 9 months to buy a house. Either is great. It just depends on your situation and what you need. Either way, I'm here to help educate you, to help guide you. I want you to make a wise, powerful decision for your future with no regret. Reach out anytime. I'll get back to you as soon as possible.